want to take care of your wife and your kids. You want to travel the world. You want to save the world, whatever it is, okay? Okay, that's M. M, what's your motivation? Okay. Hey, what are your obstacles? What's preventing you from doing that? I don't know. I don't have the right connections. I don't have any money. I can't count. I can't read. I can't write. How about this one? I can't speak the language. That's what I told Discovery. I said, you drop me off anywhere they speak English, even broken English, I guarantee you, I will knock this thing out of the park. Okay? Okay, and R stands for resources. What resources do you have to help you reach your targets? Maybe you don't have anything. You're like, I don't have anything. I don't have any resources, Grant. Look, that's not true. You do have resources. Take an inventory. I'm telling you right now, you've got way more resources than you're counting on. And if you don't use the things that you have, do you have a laptop? You got a computer of some kind? Hey, how about this? What is this? This is like worth more than all the NASA computers back in the 60s when I grew up. If you have this loaded with your contacts, you have more than I had on Undercover Billionaire. You got a car? That truck I had on Undercover Billionaire, that cannot be considered an automobile. Okay? Do you have access to the internet? Okay, do you have your legs? Do you have your heart? Do you have your courage? Those are resources, right? Or resources. What resources do you have? And I'll tell you another thing I wish I could have had on Undercover Billionaire. This, my buddy, okay, my buddy, AE. But I didn't have him with me. I couldn't even use a credit card. You guys take that for granted. In fact, some of you think having a credit card's a liability because you've been brainwashed by the media. Oh, I don't want a credit card. Yes, you do. I could have built my business 100 times faster in Pueblo as Louis Curtis if I'd have had one credit card. And look, I'll never tell somebody to use the credit card to waste money on cars and stuff. But what you should be doing is using a credit card on stuff that can make you money. Okay, there's good debt and bad debt. I don't have time to go through that right now, but there's good debt and bad debt, and wealthy people know how to use debt. So before you think it's a liability, and you know what? It's crazy how many people think the resources they have are liabilities when I look at them and say, that's an asset. So you got to know what your resources are. It'll help you get further faster. Remember, business is about speed, okay? And money loves speed. Okay, how do you get speed? Confidence. How do you get confidence? Hey, I take an inventory of my resources. Okay, what do I have? I got motivation. What is my motivation? Hey, what obstacles do I have? How do I overcome them? By the way, my obstacles might be somebody else's. What resources do I have that maybe I'm not paying attention to? Oh, I don't have any money. The last thing is execution. Okay, this is a Mac Daddy right here. This is what people lose. This is where I beat almost everybody. What do you have to do to get where you want to go? Are you willing to walk on glass? Okay, if this stack wasn't $1 million, but it was $1 billion in cash, how far would you go? What would you do? How late would you stay up? This is the part that's really going to separate you from the fakes and the wannabes and the frauds. But Grant, I don't know how to do it. Look, if the payoff was big enough, I always say this, if the target and the payoff is big enough, you will execute. I'll let you know a little secret here. Nobody knows how to do it, okay? But some people just refuse not to do it. The good news is I'm going to give you everything you need to get re-inspired on your targets. So don't worry about the details. Don't worry about the how-to right now. Worry about the why-to. I will tell you the other thing. To get that stack right there and 10 times that or 100 times that, you will have to get uncomfortable. You will have to get out of your comfort zone. So real quick in the comments, I want to know what you're willing to do to rack the rack. Okay, what are you willing to do to get yours? Just post it down in comments. Let me know. What are you willing to risk? What are you willing to give up? What are you willing to sacrifice to have it all? When the time comes, you got to step up. This is your time. This is your moment. Jared, what kind of comments we got going on in here right now?
Dude, people are saying they're willing to put in the work. A lot of people say whatever it takes. Felicia said, I'll work my butt off. Jerry said he's willing to make any investment he needs to.
Glad, sounds like you guys are getting serious now, okay? Or at least you say you're serious. Let's find out when the rubber meets the road, okay? Because look, I know there's a lot of people A lot of you are out there right now, you're hungry. You're like, I want this. I know, and that's who I'm talking to right now. Okay, you're hungry. And maybe you're struggling right now. Maybe life's been kicking you around. I remember when I got kicked around all the time. Okay, and if that's you, I'm confident. I believe, truly 1000% believe that this is your moment to rise to the occasion. This is your time. Okay, I'm not telling you that to pump you up. I'm telling you that because you got to believe that. To tell you the truth is those of you that are already doing okay that I'm most concerned about. Those of you who are like, I'm hurting so bad. I cannot put up with this anymore. And life has been beating me up and hammering me. I'm not worried about you guys. This is your time. I'm worried about you guys that are comfortable. Okay? You're like, oh, I'm good. I got the cars paid for. You're the ones at risk. You guys making 50, 60, 70, 80 grand, 100 grand, 120. I'm telling you right now that being comfortable is the worst place that you can ever be in. When you get comfortable, please take notes on this. When you get comfortable, when you get a little bit, you are more at risk than people that are hungry. You show me a man or woman with nothing to lose, most dangerous person on the streets. Show me something. Show me a person with like, no, I'm good, I'm comfortable, everything's fine, all my debt's paid for, I got my little retirement account going, I got a good job, oh my God. Man, most miserable person in the universe. And the hardest person to help. I'm good. Okay, you good until you ain't. Look, when you get comfortable, you immediately make excuses for yourself. You immediately start deluding yourself to believing you're better off than you are when you're not. You start believing you've got it all figured out. You are no longer teachable. I don't need this Grant Cardone guy. He's going to talk to me all about the motivation, and just get to the good stuff. And no, bro, you need to confront the fact that you want to know how. You don't even know why. You want to know, what's the trick? Trick ain't going to help you. You're not motivated right now because you're sitting on what you have. You don't take the risk. Not putting it at risk is why you can't make the next move. So you need to check yourself because you're about to wreck your family. For real. If you know you can do more, if you know it's possible to do more, you will never be satisfied with doing less. It's impossible. More. Okay? What motivation do you need? What obstacles do you need to overcome? Because obstacles are good, they keep you alive. What resources do you need, and how do we execute? So you can quit making sense of this place that you're at right now, because human beings are meant to grow and evolve, not be satisfied with where they are. Now, you don't have any money, you don't have any contacts, you don't have the know-how, dude, I can solve all that. That other stuff, you got to solve that, okay? Ego, I know it all, I'm the shit, I'm comfortable, I can't handle that. Don't have a course to help you with it. The other stuff, you want to go to 10 million, 100 million, 1 billion, let's roll. You got to realize that you have way more resources than you thought you had. There's a lot of stuff. I learned this on firsthand on The Undercover Billionaire. When they took away everything from me, at one point I was crying like a little baby on the show. I was calling my wife saying, I can't do this. And my wife would be like, you're a badass. You can do anything. Okay, here I am, Grant Cardone the badass, and I'm crying like a little baby, like, I can't do it. I got to go home. It's 15 degrees. I'm sick. I'm crying. I'm seriously, Actually, Johnny, you got that clip where I'm crying? Yeah. Can you plug that in here?
Johnny, can you pull it up? Yeah.
I don't know what I'm doing. I get depressed. I lose my way. I forget the goals. And I get consumed by my fears. My mission right now is to get my kids here, to be with my kids. I cannot face the possibility that the next time I see my kids, they're a half inch taller. Today will be only starting to hit the outsides of the longest period of time I haven't been around my kids. My dad never got to see me grow up. See, this is all the stuff people deal with every day. Oh, man. It's hard, man. It's hard when you got money. It's impossible when you don't. I think there's less than a 40% chance that I make this. I hit every roadblock you can imagine on this show. every rejection, disappointment, discouragement. And not only was that happening to me on the show, but it was reminding me of all the losses when I had nothing on the come up. So some of you that watched it, you're like, okay, it's not that bad for him. You don't know what was going on inside of me. I was getting everything turned on. Everything was getting re-stimulated. When I thought I was getting some progress, boom, the whole show got shut down. Every time something blew up my face. And it would remind me, because I didn't have anything. I didn't have a place to sleep. I didn't have a nice car. I didn't have my family with me. I was alone. I was lonely. I was sick. I was cold. I was sleeping on a hard mattress. I stole a blanket off my plane so I could sleep under that blanket. I'm going to a farm to grab food so I could eat at night. Man, I was exhausted every day. So you got to figure out how to keep your motivation. Why? The target. That's why I spent so much time on that target. Look, it wasn't just some kind of commitment that I had. I had a target. I had to hit that $1 million. I wasn't just in this thing for 90 days, 100% committed. I was 1,000% committed, and I was scared to let my family down. So write this down in your book, and we're gonna move on. Okay. Number one takeaway I have from Undercover Billionaire, and you need to bring it to your life. The bigger the commitment, the bigger the payoff. That's why you need big, giant targets. You got to take the leap. You got to say yes to something big, because little incremental growth. Okay, I know it sounds good. I'm just going to grow a little bit every day. No, you're not. You're not going to grow at all. What you're going to do is you're going to get comfortable, okay? You will walk on glass to get the big bag. You will do nothing to get the little score. You got to put yourself in a situation where the only option you have is to win on that option, regardless of how long it takes. Where there's no risk, there's no reward. Where you take no risk, there's no reward. And when the reward is too small, you will not take the risk. Listen to me. When the reward's too small, you will only do so much for $100. You do a lot of other things for $1 million. Okay, how about 100 million? How about $1 billion? Okay, make it big, make it real, and then the commitment will follow. You got no choice. Once you lock in, I gotta have that. I gotta have that. And these are the reasons, okay? So enough of the story. From here on out, we're all business, okay? Stand up, boom, shake it off. I'm gonna go to the whiteboard. In your workbook, you're gonna see a chart now that you're clear on your target. And now that you've gotten rid of all your excuses, and now that you're ready to start making some real money, okay, you got to get clear on your business model. What is it? Your business model is that vehicle that's going to get you all the things that you wrote down earlier. When it comes to creating a business model that works, there's only 3 steps to the business. And the first step is, dude, I need some leads. You gotta find prospects who could potentially buy whatever it is you're selling. Qualified people that be interested in doing some business with you. It's their money you need, not your money. If you don't have anything to sell yet, don't worry about it. I didn't have anything to sell when I got to Pueblo. I didn't have a product. Okay? We're going to take care of that for you in a second. We'll fill that in. So we're going to go leads. When it comes to generating leads, there are a few different ways you can go about doing that. There's the hard way. And this is the way I did it for almost 30 years. I'm going to pick up the phone and call one person at a time. Or you could do this. You could do the coward call and send out a cold email. Oh, please do business with me. Please do business with me. We're in the same church, and I'm praying that you will do business with me. Remember, when I started the challenge, I didn't even have a computer. I wasn't just cold calling people. I was out on the street. Hey, pull in here. I was literally standing in the streets. If you hadn't seen the show, spinning a sign. I'm telling you, when you want it bad enough, though, you'll do all that stuff, okay? Now, I'm going to show you how to shortcut so you don't have to be an idiot standing in the street, burning the top of your head, not with your family. This training is about doing things not the hard way, the easier way. I want you to have the shortcuts. I want you to take the fastest path. You do not need to do the cold calls. You could if you wanted to, but you don't need to. You don't need to go beat on doors, and you don't need to stay in the street. The fastest way to generate leads in today's market is through online funnels, okay? It's so easy, it's unbelievable. I can't believe God has given us this gift of technology. If you don't know what a funnel is, we'll break it down here in a second, but funnels are just simply web pages that collect people's information, get them to raise their hand and say, hey, I am qualified, I am interested, and I have some money. Okay, I want to know more about your product and your company. Could you please give me a place to go to give you my name. Like it is the easiest, most unbelievable technology in the world. We've used funnels in my company to generate millions and millions of new leads. And the best part is that once they're set up, they're 100% fully automated. And they'll keep working for you every Saturday for 12 hours. And then the next 12 hours too, by the way. So number one, you got to have the lead, and we'll show you how to create the funnel. The second step in your business model, now that you've got generated, qualified, able, willing, interested leads, how do I close the deal? Okay. I know this part is scary for some people. How do I close this deal? I'm going to show you how to actually automate your close so you don't have to be a person doing this, and we'll work the whole thing out for you. Because here's the thing. When you're closing deals the hard way, why won't you do it? Why can't you do it? Let me tell you why you should do it. You should give me more money because our product does this and this and this and this, and please. And the whole time you're talking to the wrong person. They can't even make a decision. See, what happens to you is you end up chasing the deal so hard, typically with the wrong person. Here's the shortcut on this, okay? Rather than chasing people so hard, typically the wrong person, why don't you have the right person come to you? After you've generated the lead with your funnel, I'm going to show you how to use sales videos to do the selling for you. Now, if you're saying to yourself right now, Grant, I don't know how to make a sales video. I'll go ahead and let the cat out the bag here. We've actually created the videos for you. So you don't need to do it. You don't even need to know how to do it. I'll share more on that in just a little bit. But leave me a comment if you'd like my team to make your sales videos for you. Because I don't know of anybody in the world that is better than us at, one, creating a lead, then converting it to a close than we are. Okay, third and final. I got to deliver. I got to deliver a product. Okay, this is, by the way, the transaction itself. Okay, now delivery. You've got to over-deliver, okay? So what we could do here on delivery, first we want to over-deliver, so they want to do business with us a second time, a third time. You know, you've heard me probably talk about second and third sales. Okay, there's reason companies have tens of thousands. There's the reason my companies have tens of thousands of 5-star reviews. And I'm gonna tell you, it's not what you think it is. Oh, you're just really nice to people. Okay. Oh, no, it's because our products are good, number one, and they work, number two, and number three. The reason people give us 5-star reviews is not what you think it is. It's because we sell them a second time and a third time and a fourth time. You can only do that with automation. Always over-deliver on the expectation, but always know how to automate the second, third, fourth, and fifth sale. So with the third step, there's the hard way of doing it yourself. There's the easier way to do it where you can scale and you take the shortcut, which is to outsource the work to others, okay? And have a partner. This could be a contractor. It could be an employee, or better yet, what I recommend is partnering with another company and letting them do the super delivery of the service or the product. We'll talk more about that here in just a bit, but for now, just know that your business can literally be this simple. Generate leads, close with automation, deliver the goods. I'm going to tell you what I love about services is that you can start selling services that someone else will fulfill now. As fast as tomorrow, but you could really do it sooner than that. Selling a service on Undercover Billionaire, I did not want to have a product because products take time. If you sell a product, physical product, digital product, you got to go build it, grow it, then you got to grow the subscription. The funnel right here is the fastest and easiest way to generate big paydays. Okay, so for this funnel, you've got 3 pages, okay, where we're generating leads. The thing is, when you get the lead, you got to have something to offer people. And that's what this is right here. We call this a lead magnet, okay? Your lead magnet can be a free report. It could be a free training. It could be a free webinar. It could be almost anything that will get people to give you a hand up in the air saying, I'm interested in that product or service. And this is going to be a capture page. So we're going to capture everything on this first page. It's called the lead capture page. This is going to move us to an appointment. Very simple to do. All can be automated. I raised my hand. I want to know more about that. They hit this page, okay? The magnet pulls them in. I'm qualified. After they booked an appointment, this is where your sales video goes right here, okay? There's going to be a sales video. And it's going to tell the story for you, okay? The beautiful thing about a sales video is you don't have to go and do a presentation when you don't feel good. Sales videos work every day. They work when you're sick. They work when you're not there. They work at 2 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the morning, 4 o'clock in the afternoon. They always work. They never show up sick. They never show up late, and they never show up with a bad attitude. By the time the prospect gets on your call, you've already gotten them partially or almost all the way sold. If I can get a client 56, 58, 60% sold, the rest of it is just touch and close. I'm going to teach you how to get clients to pay you $60,000 a year or more. You saw me do it on the show, $5,000 a month. So you're going to still have to close the deal. Somebody's got to finish that thing and just kind of push people over. And I'll teach you exactly what to say on that call. But the important thing right now is the sales funnel. This is the senior part. Some of these are just going to come in and buy from you. Trust me, it does happen where it's easier than you think it is. The shortcut is the simplicity. Shortcut the process so you don't have to chase. Remember this, there's a magnet. I'm pulling people. I'm not chasing people. Oh, I almost forgot one of the most important things. After you've generated the lead, what you want to do here is to have some emails automatically set up. These are called autoresponder emails, meaning you set them up once and then they basically, I get a lead in, boom, it immediately sends, thank you for showing interest, and it's an automated e-responder. And we'll show you how to do that as well. This right here, this is how you start making money while you sleep, if you've ever heard that. One more quick super point before we move on to the next section. I know that many of you on this training, like me, don't like to mess around too much with technology. I'm not a big technology guy. I was born way before any technology happened. I remember when we only had 3 TV channels in America. And I'll tell you, it's not the technology that matters. Don't get me wrong. I love results I get from technology, and I love how much money it makes me, just as long as I don't have to learn everything about the coding and how it works, because I'm not that guy. So here's my golden rule with technology, and that is this. If it doesn't make your life easier, don't do it. Okay, so go ahead and flip the page in your workbook. I'm going to drop a bomb on you right here that will convert to money. The number one area that every business owner should focus on right now, and this is number one of number ones of all number ones for any type of business, service, products, tangible, intangible, whatever you're doing. Hey, Johnny, can you put those graphs up?
I'm on it.
Okay, show them those graphs, okay? My answer to the question might surprise a lot of people, because here's the thing. For years, I've been known as the number one sales trainer in the world. There's other guys that try to say they are. We sell more sales training in our platform than any other company in the world using Cardone University. Over 50 million individual logins to our platform. Some of the biggest companies in the world, Fortune 500 companies, pay us millions of dollars every year to access my sales training. Despite being known as a sales company, I've come to be known more for this next thing than sales, okay? And it's marketing. Marketing is the holy grail of business. Marketing has got to be your number one, number two, and number three priority in running your business. I always tell people, number one rule, promote. Number two rule, promote. Number three rule, just keep promoting. Johnny, you got that chart up? Okay, so what you're looking at right here is a graph that shows the number of searches for my name. And this data came from Google Trend Analytics. As you can see, this was not overnight. But once I got it going, look at it go, okay? All right, so now I want to show you the revenue our companies did. I want to match the revenues with this same period of time, because look, like I said earlier, if you're doing it and it don't monetize, why the hell are you doing it? I want you to notice the similarities between the two charts as Johnny goes back and forth. One of them is marketing, my brand, how it got attention on Google, and the next one goes to revenue. Flip back and forth, Johnny. Notice how they're almost identical, and there's a reason for that. I want you to write this down. Yes, you heard me say it before, and I'll say it again. It won't be the last time. Money follows attention. It's like a magnet attracted to you, bringing leads in that are interested. And it took me way too long to learn this, but once I learned it, I doubled it down and 10x'd it. And I don't want you to wait too long. I want you to get started on this now. Whether you're 20 or 50, it's not too late. Let's go. And it's definitely not too early. The biggest mistake I made in my career, if you're taking notes down, look, learn from other people's mistakes. Anybody can learn from their own mistakes. Okay, a wise man, a wise woman will learn from the mistakes of others. And the single biggest regret and mistake I had in the first 3 decades of my career was I did not focus enough on marketing. In hindsight, I didn't focus on marketing because, number one, I wasn't thinking big enough. And when you don't think big enough, you think this is a bunch. So you don't want to use this. You're so focused on this when you should be focused on that. You understand? You don't have a choice, by the way. It's not a choice. Stop the madness. I don't like attention. You have to get attention for your business, your brand. You don't have to get attention for your face, but you got to get attention for whatever it is gonna take care of your face. You know what I mean? You're not more valuable to the marketplace than you are known. You are not more valuable to the marketplace than the amount of attention you can create in the marketplace. Best product, best service, best company never wins, and marketing is the way to make yourself and your company recession-proof. Just think about it for a minute. When times are good, what does every business need? Marketing. They need leads. When times are bad, okay, the other companies in your marketplace, the insurance company, the car dealership, the plumber, the contractor, the chiropractor, the dentist, what do they all need? All of them. God, if I was 25 years old again, I know what I'd be doing. You've heard me say this before. I'd be in marketing. I would be helping businesses market their products, and that's what you saw me do on the show Undercover Billionaire. I guarantee there's a lot of people out there right now who are freaking out. Oh no, Grant, I don't know a thing about marketing. Nobody else does either. That's the good news. Your liability becomes your asset because it's the same liability as the rest of the world. I would say without a shadow of a doubt, the number one greatest weakness of most businesses today is they don't truly understand marketing. What other companies don't do, what you don't do, can't do, and never get around to doing is the greatest opportunity on planet Earth today. Listen to what I just said. What you haven't learned to do, what other companies don't do, can't do, and never seem to get around to doing because they're running their damn business, they're trying to hire people, they're trying to fix problems, they're trying to handle cash flow. Nobody knows how to market. If marketing is the thing that every business needs the most, and marketing is also the thing that nearly every business is bad at, then what type of business do you think might be the best? So of course, it makes a lot of sense for you to start a marketing company. Your client doesn't know anything about it. You'll be a genius by the time I get done with you. And here's the biggest thing about this type of business. Besides the fact, I get so excited I can't even talk. Besides the fact that you can do it part-time, you can do it from anywhere in the world. You could be on a boat, you could be on a pier, you could be in the water, you could be on a kayak. And here's what you got to remember. When I was doing Undercover Billionaire, I had $100 to my name, didn't have a laptop, I couldn't even get an automated funnel to generate leads, okay? I had nothing, literally nothing except commitment to get the bag. I knew a marketing company was my fastest path to building $1 million business. It's funny because you always hear successful people get asked questions like, if you had to start all over again from scratch with no money and no contacts, what would you do? I've been asked that question 1,000 times. I'm here to tell you folks, I started from scratch all over with no money, and I did it. When I decided what type of business to start, I thought about all of our students. I thought about you, about all the success stories we have had over the years. And what really stuck out to me is how many of them were doing some kind of marketing business, or how many of them wanted and needed and were begging to be known online, to be able to sell products and services and get their brand known online. I thought about one of our students, Matt, who started an ad agency at 19 years old, and he built it into 7 figures. You got to remember, I'm in Pueblo, Colorado with no money, living in an RV that's on loan to me, with no heater at 15 degrees. And I'm starting to think, what have our students done when they were on the come up, when they had no money? Matt, 19 years old, built a 7-figure business by the age of 21. I remember a guy named Cody marketing company. I think he was in Florida. He was either in Miami or Los Angeles or back and forth. I'm like, how's this guy make so much money? There was this other superstar friend, Jordan, that I knew that started a marketing agency years and years ago. He works with the top retailers in the world today. He does $10 billion a year, and Jordan's no smarter than me or you. And it's just crazy the kind of wealth he created. None of those people had typical stories. None of them had typical situations. None of them had typical dreams. But the one common denominator they had was the business they were in. How can you create $1 million business with no products? Because they were providing a service that their clients could not, would not, never got around to doing, marketing. Look, I found a business that needed help. I found a guy that owned a company in Pueblo that needed help getting more customers into their store. I had one meeting with one business owner, Matt, and boom, okay? I showed him what I could do for him. I showed him I could get him business. He raised his hand and said, hey, I want to give you $10,000 to run my marketing campaigns. 10,000 big ones, one of these, okay? It doesn't look like a lot right now, does it? No, because it's not a lot, but I'm going to tell you something. When all you got is $100 in the bank and they give you this, it gave me a little confidence. Just like that, I went from a net worth of $100 to $10,100, okay? Now, obviously, 10,000 is a long way from $1 million, but it is a good start, okay? All I got to do is keep stacking customers. I'll share how much my business did at the end of the workshop today, but I'll tell you that one $10,000 deal meant to me more than just about any single deal, including $100 million real estate purchases. That 10,000 gave me enthusiasm and confidence, okay? And if you're in that place right now with no money, I want you to have that feeling like, dang, got to do this. One deal can change everything. One deal can change everything and get you on the road to financial freedom. So here's what I want you to realize. Marketing is not hard to learn. In fact, marketing is something most people don't understand, okay? It's not hard to understand, and most people don't take the time to understand it. So if you took the time to understand it and they don't understand it, you could be the king or the queen in your marketplace. For those of you who already have a successful business, look, you might not care about starting a marketing company, but you sure as heck better learn how to have a marketing company for your company. So here's the last line for this section so we can move on. The number one thing you should invest time and money into going forward is marketing. When you understand marketing, you will multiply your attention, and when you multiply your attention for your business, you will multiply money. Marketing is all about making investments. Some of the best investments I've ever made was in my education, but it did not take place in college. I mean, how many of your college professors would have 10 million social media followers? I doubt any of them, okay? If you went to college today, great. If you already went and got your degree, great, okay? If you're in college, that's awesome. I'm telling you, there's an opportunity out there that I wish I was getting at 25 years old, okay? Or at 55 years old, okay? I didn't start playing this game, this internet game, the social media game, the marketing game, until I was like 53, 54 years old. So don't be one of those people who stops investing in learning. Now what I want to do is I want to talk about the different types. I told you I'd give you guys a lot of information here. I want to talk to you about the different types of marketing that I recommend. This is a section labeled in your workbook as Grow, okay? 10 keys for sales and leads. And I'll tell you, it's hard to slim it down to 10 because when it comes to marketing, you want to be everywhere. You got to invest your time and money into those things that will produce the best results for you and your clients. I've got it down to my top 10, and I've got my list right here, okay? Really quick in the comment box, I'd like to hear your opinion. What do you feel are the most important areas of marketing to focus on right now? Which do you think are the most important in today's society, not just to you, but to others? So I'd better not hear anything about anybody talking about the yellow pages, which half of you don't even know what a yellow page is. What are people saying, Jared?
Okay, let's see.
Best forms of marketing right now.
Yeah, a lot of people, Instagram, Facebook.
Okay, so here's my 10, okay? Those are some good answers. Here's the 10 I think are the most important today. Not necessarily in this order, but the first one that I did not hear about is sales funnels. We talked about it earlier. You have to have something to collect your leads from. And number 2 would be email marketing. We talked about that one as well. We could set these up, automate them for you so that you have email marketing. 3 is Facebook, and I hope they go away. I just don't like them, okay? But they're there, and we use them, okay? And it's crazy to me that they have, 2 billion users on Facebook today? I think they're going to end up with all of them. So you got to be on Facebook. 4 is Instagram. You guys nailed that one in your comments, okay? Number 5 is YouTube. And I've got a smaller audience on YouTube than the other 2 combined. It took me, 12 years to get to 1 million subscribers. I'll tell you right now, my YouTube subscribers is 1/6 of my Facebook, 1/3 of my Instagram. I would take my Instagram and my Facebook, and YouTube will still beat both of them combined. Okay, so YouTube's my best friend in the universe. 6 are podcasts, and this is one that most people overlook. Collaborating with other people on their stage, not your stage. 7 is Facebook ads, where we spend money. We actually make Mark richer than he already is. Good for him. And if you don't know it, Facebook ads include Instagram ads as well. You probably know that. Number 8 is Google ads. Google is still the biggest source of traffic on the internet universe. And of course, Google ads include YouTube ads. Lots of money. I'm not talking about YouTube paying me to throw ads on my stuff, but I could buy YouTube ads to play on your stuff, okay? Number 9 is SEO, and search engine optimization is awesome because it's how you maximize your traffic and leads from all the other channels. Okay, number 10, I could go on with this list, but number 10 is stats, statistics. While statistics don't give you leads, generate new leads for you, if you're not keeping your stats, if you're not tracking it, it's not going to grow, okay? You got to be able to lift the stat, the graph. I got to see if it's going down. I got to see if it's flat. I got to see if it's going up. Stats are one of the most valuable things that we use to run our business today. Any business that gets even half of this list dialed in, I'm riding on your plane. So if you do end up starting with our marketing program, I'm going to show you how to take content you make on one platform and drop it onto all 9 that I discussed and start adding to the other ones that will pop. Why? 10x. You multiply cost platforms with one piece of content. After that, I'm going to show you how you can tie these all together so that you can multiply your results. 10x is not an idea. 10x is the way you do things. I don't want you to just add. Okay, I did it on Instagram. Let me go make another video for Facebook. Okay, I'm going to make another video for YouTube. That's ridiculous. That's not multiplication. Okay, if you're sitting there thinking right now to yourself, I don't have the time to do all this. You don't think I do all this stuff by myself, do you? Look at all that video content I got up there. While I might not do any of this stuff, I understand. I'm not cutting video. I'm not editing video. I'm not doing sound. I understand what it should look like, what it should sound like, and what you should see. I understand all these 10 pieces that I'm talking to you about today. I can speak the language. I can ask the right questions, and I can give feedback. But that doesn't mean I need to understand the technology, nor does it mean I need to do the work, which makes the perfect business, okay? And neither do you. So if you're asking yourself, how are you going to have the time to do all this stuff? You don't need it. You don't need the time. And by the way, the fact that you got a time problem means that probably every business where you live has the same problem and why they never get around to doing it. Now, you do need to understand it. You need to know more than they know about it. You need to understand all 10 of these. So if you're smart, if you follow the system I'm about to share with you in just a few minutes, you not only will get all the work done for you by outsourcing, you'll get it done with 0 out of your pocket. That's right. Somebody else is going to do it, and it'll cost you nothing. And I'll tell you the secret on how to do this with no money in just a minute. Remember, your goal isn't necessarily to get great at any of these things. You can make good money doing any of these. You can make big money doing any of these. We pay our ad buyers and our social media people extremely well. Just realize the skills will only help you earn so much. What you want more than the skills, more valuable than the skills, what you want are the systems, okay? I don't need to know the skills. I need to have the system that hit my targets. Because the skills, I can only pay 80 grand a year for your skills. Maybe 100, maybe 150. Maybe you're at Facebook, I'll pay you 250. But until you get systems in place that can hit targets, you can't get to $1 million. You understand? Because if I make 250 a year, I need a system that can 4x that to get to 1 million. If I want to make 10 million, I need 40x. The only thing you're never going to be paid 40x for your skills. It's never happened in the history of mankind. You can't be that good that somebody's going to pay you 40 times. You need systems, and systems are more valuable than skills. Why do I say that? Because if you're relying on your skill, I'm a great sawer. I know how to saw. I know how to write, okay? You're limited to one person. You're always going to be working. Your talent is, I'm a boxer. I'm the greatest boxer in the world. Floyd Mayweather's the greatest boxer in the world. He's got systems in place right now to get him 100 million for a fight. But in the beginning, he was paid 20 grand a fight. If you've got a proven system that anybody can do the work, that anyone can get in there and fight, systems are what help you get the stacks like this one right here. And Jared, while I'm thinking about it, can we get somebody to deposit this money back in the bank? Okay, I just hate having this much cash sitting around. Look, I really want to ask this quick question in comments. I want to see how many of my real followers out there know this. Why do you guys think having this much money here bothers me? Okay, and it's not the theft, by the way. I got plenty of security. They're out there protecting me right now. You'd be crazy to come in here and try to steal this from me. Even if you could get through the doors back there, oh my God, I got something waiting for you. Okay, what are people saying, Jared? Why do I have a problem with this much money sitting here?
Let's see, there's lots of replies here. They're kind of all over the place. Because money's dirty, dollar bills aren't sanitary. It could be earning interest in the bank. Here we go. Money is the root of all evil.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're confused. Okay. Every day your money sits in the bank, you're losing money. And you know that's true. Cash is trash, right, Jared?
Yeah, Janine, that's what Janine it's so funny. Janine just said that here. A few other people too. Katrina said, money is to be invested.
That's right. And that's exactly what you should be doing. You should be buying marketing time with it. Everybody needs to make this note in your book. Put it in the side margin. Put it somewhere. Put it on your forehead. Money is useless until it is put to use. Money is useless until it is used. Unless you're using money in a way that can either make more money or get you more attention or save you more time, money is useless until it is used. It's like somebody said in the comments, cash is trash. This entire pile of money right here has zero value sitting on this table. It's just a big stack of paper that is useless until I can take it and put it to use. You understand? The biggest mistake I see new entrepreneurs make is they either hold on to their money too long, like they're going to save themselves to wealth. It's never happened in the history of the world. Newsflash. Saving money does not make money. You got to get this money to work. Money's a tool. Now let's get back to your business plan. Turn to the next page. Let's do this section really fast. God dang it, man. I get talking and I just want to give you guys everything I can give you while I'm here. Let's accelerate this thing. Money loves speed. Money loves speed. Let's go. The 7 secrets to fast results. You ready? Write this down. Accelerator. Number 1 is to get a fast win and expand. Get wins, get victories. Let's go out and get your first sale as fast as humanly possible. You need a victory. You need a win. I was talking to Drew Brees about this. I said, Drew, how important is it to win? Man, you got to have wins. You don't have wins. You don't have wins. I said, what? He's like, you don't have a win. You can't get wins. You got to get a win to get the wins. Remember your resources. I can pretty much guarantee that somebody you know or somebody they know needs what you're selling. Marketing. Somebody in your neighborhood or a business owner in your church, a chiropractor, a plumber, one of your old friends from college. You've also got businesses that you buy from, restaurants, a gym, a hair salon. It goes on and on, online businesses. Whoever it is, your first sale is probably going to be someone that either is in your network that you know, that you spend money with, or that spends money with you. That's your network's network. And this is the complete opposite of what other gurus out there teach. They tell you the riches are in the niches. Like, dude, the riches are everywhere. Okay, maybe you pick a niche, but that was a big mistake for me. I picked one niche. Niche got hammered by the economy. Boom, I got hurt. Okay? Everybody needs what I'm talking about right here. There is no business, the cosmetologist to the chiropractor, to the dentist, to the plumber, to the car dealer, to the online marketer. Money attracts more money. The first sale leads to a second sale. Once you get the first one, boom, it's like popcorn. Pop, 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 pop. You'll get the second one, the third one, the fourth one, the fifth one. Now, I can't wait to tell you guys what I ended up with at the end of 90 days. I'm sharing with you. I go to Pueblo, look around, don't have anything to do. I'm trying to figure out how to turn $100 into $1 million in 90 days. I'm like, man, I'm going to do the marketing thing. It's easy. No money involved. They don't know how to do it. They don't have the time to do it. They never get around to doing it, and they all know they need to do it. You understand? Okay? Number 2 thing you got to do. Maximize your income per buyer. Believe it or not, it's not really any harder to sell products or services for the high dollar margins as it is for a low dollar margin. I made my first sale on Undercover Billionaire for $10,000, and I had 0 social media profile. I was nobody. I literally had to use a fictitious name. So if you think you need, I gotta have history, I gotta have a bio, I gotta have a bunch of customers. No, you don't. You don't even need any social media presence to do this, okay? You are going to do for them what they can't do for themselves. And I'll tell you a secret of why you want to maximize every sale and not do the cheapy stuff, but do the higher margin stuff. 10,000 is as easy as to get as it is $10. Because when you do, you're going to have a better client. You're going to have a better quality client with less work than if you work for $10 and no margin. So when you get started with this, I'm going to teach you exactly how to get top dollar. When you get started on this new thing I want to do with you, I'm going to teach you how to get top dollar out of every transaction. Okay, third accelerator. Remember, recurring revenue, subscriptions is everything. It's the holy grail of business. You want subscription income. That's what is beautiful about marketing. It keeps going and going and going. So everything you do, you want to make sure it's going to create ongoing, continual revenue. We're going to put your client on recurring revenue systems and services, and it makes it easy for them and easy for you. I'll show you exactly how to do this as well. What I love the most about recurring revenue is that it creates predictability and confidence. When you've got clients paying you every month, month after month, on a contract, you have confidence to grow your business. Your life becomes less stressful, and who doesn't want that? Number 4, copy what works. When it works, do it, okay? When it works for someone else, copy it and use it. When most people think about marketing, they think about being creative. Oh, I gotta do something new. I gotta come up with a new color, a new image. No, you don't. I'm gonna tell you that when you start a business, you do not have a lot of time to get creative. To be more specific, I'll even let you copy my stuff. Copy me, it's already working. All you need to do is tweak a little bit to make it your own. Don't use my name, use yours. The big secret here is that you don't need to be creative to get paid. Number 5, amplify your personal social media. I mentioned this briefly. I'm going to show you my secrets to growing my following from 1 follower to over 13 million followers online that are engaged, highly engaged community, a lot of interaction. I'll show you exactly how we did that and how to do it as fast as possible with as little work on your part. It's all about being everywhere all at the same time, referred to as omnipresent. And the big secret with this one is that it doesn't even have to be your content. God, I wish I'd have known this, man. I would be so much further ahead had I collaborated with other people that want the same thing I want, which is attention. And if you're someone who doesn't like being on camera, you're like, oh man, Grant, you can do all this stuff because you don't mind being in front of the camera. Okay, if you don't like it, then start doing interviews with other people and help them build out their social, and you'll get a natural following as well. I know introverts that have more followers than I do because they've learned how to leverage other people's platforms and knowledge and content and share stages. Okay, number 6, and that is use arbitrage to create money. This is a huge idea right here. And I hope you're still taking notes, because if you're not familiar with the term arbitrage, it can really change your life. Arbitrage in this situation is when you get paid for something here in advance. So let's say you sell a client a product for $5,000 a month on some advertising service, and you in turn outsource it to another company to deliver that product, and they charge you $2,000 a month. The arbitrage is the $3,000. Happens every day from Wall Street to Main Street. And I'm going to teach you how companies, reputable companies, do it every single day. And they'll even deliver the services with your company's logo on it. And it's an awesome way to leverage yourself and your time. The big secret is that you get all the work done with no money out of your pocket, by the way, in case you missed that. You're like, okay, I bought it for $2, I sold it for $5, somebody else delivered it, I keep the $3, what did it cost me? Nothing. It's crazy, man. It's leverage. Imagine you collecting $5,000 a month. Maybe you have one call a month with a client. Maybe you answer a few emails. Maybe you get some FaceTime or a Zoom call with them, and all the dirty work, all the intricacies, the little stuff gets handled by people that's what they do for a living. Pros that know way more than you do. Professionals that do it every day, who already have a huge track record, deliver, and you get paid the bulk of the margin. So in the example I gave you, if you collected $5,000 a month and paid out $2,000, you would collect $36,000 a year, $3,000 a month. $3,000 will change somebody's life, and you didn't do the work. You just set the deal up, and that's for one client. Do it 10 times, that's 30 grand a month. Now, we're gonna do the math on what that looks like here in just a second. I'm gonna map this out for you, but first, let me give you the last accelerator. 7. Always systemize everything. You want checklists, flow charts, spreadsheets. You want all that stuff laid out to make sure things are running smoothly, and that's the secret for number 7. Systems work because they take away the guesswork. Once you've got systems in place, remember, systems over skills, you won't have any more confusion, you won't have doubt, and you know exactly what you can deliver your customer. By the way, your customer lacks systems. So when you put them in place, it creates more certainty for them. We're now on the last page of your workbook. This is where we'll really put it all together about what's possible. This is where the rubber meets the road and where you get to go to the bank. The top section here should say reverse engineering your goals. You hear people talk about this all the time, but nobody ever shows, just reverse engineer it. Okay, good. Can you show me how to do that? Let me give you a year one scenario, okay? We're gonna reverse engineer your situation. And we're gonna do it with math rather than just...
Do the math.
Do the math, okay? This is the first thing I do with any major target. Let's say I have my year one scenario. You could do this math any way you want to. I'm gonna show you how to do it, okay? So, year one scenario. Let's say we have 10 buyers out of your entire market that pay you $2,500. For an average sale times 12, that is 300 grand. And you can break this math up any way you want. Okay, let's say we build it up and grow the business, and by year 3, you now have 25 buyers, 25 repeating buyers times what number? Are you going to stay with the 25? Oh, no, let's do the $5,000. Now we grew our business, we got more confidence, you got more experience, you got more results. 25 buyers out of 7 billion people on the planet. Out of 32 million businesses just in America. So you got to know your market. How big's your market? Is that right? 32 billion. So 32 million businesses. Can I get 25 people out of 32 million? 25 buyers times 12 months is $1.5 million. Let's say by year 5 we have 50 buyers, and you've added some services now, and they're paying you $10,000 a month. $10,000 a month times the 12 months. Is that possible? 50 buyers out of 32 million businesses in America. Maybe you're going outside your market now. You got more confidence. You got second, third products. You're offering other services. You got a much bigger network now. And I'm just showing you the possibility here. This is going to equal $6 million a year And imagine that you have all the all the systems in place. You could exit this business. Somebody would buy this business from you. Maybe another marketing company would buy it from you just for the clientele. They might pay 2 times, 3 times, maybe 4 times that revenue. That's a $24 million business that you now have for sale. Johnny, can you pull up the clip of of my valuation on Undercover Billionaires? Can you show the valuation?
Yeah.
And if it blows up in my face, it's going to cost me $1 million in cash. So what does that put the valuation at?
$5.5 million.
I said 5.7, man. I said you'd give me 5.7 million.
Are you happy?
$5.5 million. Okay, this is freaking awesome. Thank you so much.
All right,
appreciate it. Money follows attention. I got a lot of attention over the last 90 days. The American dream is alive and well, and that's what we proved here today. Grant Cardone is a bad, bad man. And that's it, folks. Boom, boom, shalakadaka. If I can build a $5 million business in 90 days with no cash, no name, no social media following, and no hair. I got an old truck, sounds like most people out there right now, beat up truck, a phone that's empty and no contacts, can't get any help. If I can do that in 90 days, look, if you just took my know-how, what could you do in the next 90 days, 9 months, 3 or 4 years? What could you build? I'm going to give you my know-how. You probably noticed I actually fell short of my target. So I was shooting for the 10. I got half of that, hit the 5.5, whatever the mark was. But that's why you set high targets. Even if you fall short, at least you'll be further ahead than you are if you play a small game. I was able to fall short and still smash the $1 million target in 90 days. Smashed it, killed it. It's because I was committed. Okay, remember, the bigger the commitment, the bigger the payoff. The bigger the target, if the target changes your life. I'm willing to bet you wrote down some of these pretty big numbers here that I just put on the board. Maybe those numbers scare you a little bit. Ken, there's no way I can do that. What if you do half of it? Look, I was scared to death when I decided to go on the show. A little bit of fear is good. It means you're alive. It means you're not comfortable. It means you're making moves. If you look at the next section in your book, you'll see there's 3 steps that I want you to use in order to reach your goals, okay? It's as simple as A, B, and the C. The A is you got to align money and motivation. Because look, those numbers on your paper, those numbers you wrote down, they don't mean a thing. You want to buy a new house for your wife? You want to buy a new house for your parents? You want to buy a new house for your husband? You need money. Maybe you've got a car that you've been dreaming about. Maybe you've got a vacation you've been dreaming about. Maybe it's a boat or a trip. You need to see it. And then I need to align myself with other people that have similar motivation. B, pay the price. I always say this. Pay the price today so you can pay any price in the future. You've got to be willing to pay the price to get there. I'm willing to walk on glass to get my family in a position. Is it going to be easy? Nope. Staying where you're at's not easy either. Nothing worthwhile is ever easy. But it could be easier than what you've been.
दीदी नेट सोड की आपण नेट सोडा की तुमच्याकडे कधी आहे
doing. Let me figure out another thing. The next thing's not going to be easy.
कोण झोपलं